Hello everyone, good morning students. Dear students, in previous class we discussed a very important chapter of your NCERT exercise, which is triangle and its property, and today we are going to discuss some left part of the chapter triangle and its property. Then after we discuss and revise some important concept related to lines and angles, and we take and solve some important questions of your NCERT exercise. Okay dear students, now first we are going to discuss the left part of the chapter triangle and its property. Dear student, in previous class we discussed the some important properties related to triangle, like we discussed about the property exterior angle property of the triangle. Dear student, we also discussed about the angle sum property of the triangle, and we take and solve some important question of your NCERT exercise based on exterior angle property as well as based on angle sum property of the triangle. Okay dear students, now dear students, in today's class we discuss about the right angle triangle and a very important theorem related to that, which is what? Pythagoras property. Okay, and we take and solve some important questions of your NCERT exercise based on Pythagoras property of our, and yes, one important thing is that the Pythagoras property is applicable or valid for only the right angle triangle. So first we discuss the right angle triangle, then after we discuss the Pythagoras property related to that. Let's see. So first of all we discuss, dear friends, right angled triangle. Dear student, you know that very well. What is the concept of right angle triangle? Dear student, a triangle in which one of its angle is equal to 90 degrees. ठीक है? A triangle in which one of its angle is 90 degree is called a right angled triangle. Okay dear friends, so in this way we can say that a triangle in which one of its angle is 90 degree is called what? A right angle triangle. Right now let's see from the figure. Dear student, here ABC is a triangle in which one angle as angle B. Okay, one angle take as angle B, in which angle B is equal to 90 degree. Okay, so here for the in that triangle ABC, one of its angle B means angle B is equal to 90 degree, so it is said to be a right angle triangle. Okay, and one of the most important things topic related to that triangle is, in that for that triangle there are three important terms. Is the here AB is the base of the triangle, which is denoted by B. This is the hypotenuse, which is denoted by H, and this is the perpendicular, which is denoted by P. Okay, so for any right angle triangle, this is your base, this is your hypotenuse, and this is what BC is what the perpendicular of for the right angle triangle. There's one important thing also here, कि in any right angle triangle, there's hypotenuse is the longest side. Okay, for a right angle triangle, the hypotenuse is the longest side. Means AC is greater than AB as well as greater than BC. Means in right angle triangle, hypotenuse is the longest side. Okay, now we discuss the Pythagoras property. Now look, Pythagoras property. Pythagoras property is applicable only for the right angle triangle. Okay, according to this property, the square of hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the square of its base and its perpendicular. Means according to this property, the hypotenuse square is equal to the sum of the square of its base and its perpendicular, that is p square. So this is your property here. Okay, and there is so many questions based on that property in your exercise. Okay, and for that figure, for triangle ABC, here hypotenuse is AC. So AC square is equal to base is what? AB plus perpendicular is what? BC square. So this is your result here. Okay, dear friends, this is your result. Thus, there is friends in this way. You can solve in this way. Please remember that relationship. This is hypotenuse square is always equal to the square of its base and square of sum of the square of its base and its perpendicular. And now you if you first of all you clear the concept of right angle triangle, after that you can solve each and every questions of your NCERT exercise based on that property. Now we take and solve some important question of your NCERT exercise based on that property as Pythagoras property. Let's see. Now dear friend, first we take some question. In the given figure, and one figure is given that suppose that this is a right angle triangle, right angle at B. Okay, right angle at B. Suppose that for that AB is what? 12 centimeter and BC is what? 5 centimeter. Find the value of AC. Okay, in the given figure, triangle ABC is a right angled triangle. Okay, right angled at B. Right angle at B. Right angle at B means what? Different right angle at B means that the angle B is equal to 90 degree. Okay. Now in the given figure, ABC is a right angle triangle, right angle at B, in which AB is equal to 12 centimeter, BC is equal to 5 centimeter. Find the value of AC. Find the value of AC. This is your question. Dear sir, this is one of the most important question. Okay, based on right angle triangle. Now let's see its solution. Let's see. Dear friends, in the given figure or in the given triangle ABC, okay, this is the base of the triangle, this is the perpendicular of the triangle, and we find the hypotenuse as AC. In the given triangle, base AB is given as what? 12 centimeter, okay, and perpendicular what is BC? BC is what? Perpendicular. Okay, dear friends, perpendicular BC is what? This is 5 centimeter, and we find what? Hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is what? AC we find it. Now, dear friend, for that question, what we do? Dear friend, for that question we apply the Pythagoras property, because of Pythagoras property applicable only for the right angle triangle. So in that question, for that question we apply the Pythagoras property. Okay. Now, by Pythagoras property, we have what? Hypotenuse square is equal to what? Base square plus perpendicular square. This is the hypotenuse property. Now according to that figure we put the hypotenuse, base and the perpendicular. So the hypotenuse is AC, that is AC square is equal to base is what? AB, perpendicular is what? BC. Okay, thus we put the value of each. Now, so AC square is equal to what? AB is what? AB is what? 12. So we write the 12 square plus BC is what? 5. So we write as 5 square. So So we get 144 plus 5 5 is 25. Thus the value of AC square is equal to 549,426. This is 169. Thus if we write AC, then in that side we, this is the square in the square root, because of split the square, then in that side we write the square root. So we can write AC square root under root 169. And dear student, you know that the square root of 169 is 13. The square root of 169 is what? 13. Thus the value of its hypotenuse AC is what? 13 centimeter. This is our final answer. This is our final answer. Okay, dear student. Thus, dear student, in this way you can solve each and every questions of your NCERT exercise based on right angle triangle. Okay. Now we take and solve one more question based on that property. Let's see. Now your question is, a rectangular park of length 40 meter and one of its one of its diagonal be 41 meter. Okay, students, a rectangular park of length 40 meter and one of its diagonal be 41 meter. Okay, find the perimeter of the park. Okay, this is your question here. What I do, dear students, here in the form of that question, here a rectangular park is given. Okay, here a rectangular park is given of length what? Of length 40 meter and one of its diagonal be what? One of its diagonal be 41 meter. Okay, now we find the what? Perimeter of the park. Okay, now let's see its solution. First of all, we form a park. Okay, let's see. This is the rectangular park, na? Suppose that here, here A, B, C, D is a rectangular park in which length is given as what? 40 meters. So here AB is your length 40 meter and one of its diagonal. Suppose that a diagonal AC. You know that in rectangle each angle is equal to 90 degrees. So angle B must be equal to 90 degree. Okay, and one of its diagonal is equal to what? 41 meter. We find the perimeter of the park. Dear student, you know that what is the concept of the perimeter of rectangle? 2 into length plus breadth. This is the concept of perimeter of the rectangle, na? Okay. Now look. First of all, let B be the breadth of the rectangular park. Okay. Rectangular park, then its perimeter will be, what? P is equal to 2 times 2 multiplied by L plus B. 2 multiplied by L plus B. This is the concept of, this is the formula for the perimeter of the rectangle. Okay, now look here. L is given as what? 40 meter and one of its diagonal is given as 41 meter. So for finding the perimeter of the park, first of all we find the breadth of the park. Okay, now let's see. Here we take as this is the breadth of the park This is the breadth of the bulb, na? Now, here triangle ABC is a right angle triangle in which this is your hypotenuse, this is your base, and this is your what? Perpendicular. Okay. Now look, from figure, it is clear that triangle ABC is a right triangle because of the angle B is equal to 90 degree. So we know that if one of its angle is equal to 90 degree, then it is said to be a right angle triangle. So here the triangle ABC is a right angle triangle, right angled at B. Okay. Thus, by Pythagoras property, we get what? AC square is equal to, this is the hypotenuse, AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. Okay, now we put the value of AC as what? 41 square, and we find the value of AB, we have the value of 40 square, and plus BC as breadth of the rectangle. This is rectangular part, this is B square. Okay, now we simplifying them, we get what? B square is equal to 41 square minus 40 square. Now the square of 41 is what? Let's see, 41 to 41, 1. 1681 minus this is the 1600. Thus the value of that is what? So B square is equal to 81. This implies that B square is equal to under root 81. The square root of 81 is 9. Thus the breadth of the rectangular arc is what? 9 meter. In this way, dear friends, we can say that the breadth of the rectangular arc is what? 9 meter. Now what I do? Now dear friends, we find the perimeter of the arc. Okay, now let's see. Thus the perimeter of the arc, look, thus the perimeter of the arc will be P equal to 2 multiplied by length plus breadth. That is 2 into length is what? Length is 40 plus breadth is what? 9. That is 2 multiplied by 49. That is 98. Then the perimeter of the rectangular arc is 98 meter. 98 meter. This is our required solution of the given question. Okay. Thus, dear students, in this way, first revise all the important concepts related to for a right angle triangle. After that, you can solve each and every questions of your NCERT exercise based on that topic. Okay, so first you revise all the questions which we discussed in that class based on the right triangle triangle and the Pythagoras property. After that, you can solve each and every question of your NCERT exercise. Okay, now we discuss some important concept related to lines and angles and discuss it. Oh, okay, now let's see. Now, dear students, we discuss important concept related to lines and angles. Listen, you are aware by the concept of lines and angles. We already discussed and revised sufficient more times, so many times of that question. Now, for that topic, first we discuss about what is the concept of adjacent angles. Okay, now let's see what is the concept of adjacent angles. Dear students, two angles are said to be adjacent if first point is they have the same vertex. Okay, if they have the same same vertex. Okay, second one is what? Same vertex का मतलब they have the common vertex. Okay, and also they have the common arms. Second one is what? They have the common arm. Okay, and third one is what? They have the same vertex. Okay, second one, they have the common arms, and also the non-common arms, are opposite, are either side of the common arm. Okay, there are three necessary conditions for adjacent angles. Okay, so two angles are said to be adjacent if and only if they follow all three properties, means they have the common vertex, they have the common arms, and the non-common arms are opposite either sides of the common arms. Now we clear the concept of adjacent angle by the help of diagram. Let's see. Suppose that OA and OB are two rays and another one also ray is OC. Then angle AOC and angle BOC is said to be what? Is said here angle AOC and angle BOC are the pair of adjacent angle. These are what? Adjacent angles. They are what? Adjacent angles. Why they are called the adjacent angle? Because of, let's see, they have both angles have the common vertex. So okay, second one is both the angles have the common arm OC arms are in common in both the angles. And third one is what? The non-common arms. Here OA and OB जो rays हैं, they are non-common arms, and non-common arms are either side of the common arms. One is that side and another is that side. So that angles AOC and angle BOC follows all three criteria for the adjacent angle. So dear student, we can say that here angle AOC and angle BOC are what? Adjacent angles. Okay, are what? Adjacent angles. So this is the concept of the student, adjacent angles. Now clear the concept. Okay, now dear student, we are going to discuss some important concept related to linear pair. Let's see. Now we are going to discuss some important concept related to what? Linear pair. Linear pairs. Distance. Two adjacent angles are said to be linear pair if the necessary condition is that. The necessary condition is what? Let's see. Here two adjacent angles are said to be a linear pair if their opposite rays, their non-common arms are opposite rays. Okay, if their non-common arms are opposite in direction, Okay, students, two adjacent angles are said to be what? A linear pair if their non-common arms are opposite in direction, like in that way. Let's see. Suppose that this is O, this is OA and OB are two rays, and a third ray stand on that way. This is here angle AOC and angle BOC are the pair of adjacent angles because of they have the common vertex, they have the common arm, and the non-common arms are opposite either side of the common arms. But here one special condition in that figure कि their non-common arms are opposite rays. Are what? Opposite rays, na? So they form a linear pair. So this is the necessary condition. This is the necessary condition for the linear pair कि their non-common arms are opposite in direction. Then they form a linear pair. And you know that if they are opposite in direction, then AOB is a straight line from figure. From figure, AOB is a straight line, na? AOB is a straight line, na? AOB is a straight line, and dear student, you know that the angle on a straight line is also equal to what? 180. Thus, from figure, thus we can say that angle AOC plus angle BOC is equal to what? 180 degree. Is equal to what? 180 degrees. So this is the very important concept related to what? Linear pair. Now we are going to discuss some important concept related to vertically opposite angles. Okay. Now let's see some important concept related to vertically opposite angles. Let's see. Now we discuss about the concept of some vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles. Dear friends, if suppose that there are two lines, here AB and CD are intersect each other at point O. Okay, if two lines are intersect each other at point O, then the pair of angles AOC and BOD and angle BOD are the pairs of what? Vertically opposite angles. Same as here, the angle AOD and the angles BOC are also the pair of vertically opposite angles. And one of the most important results related to vertically opposite angle is that the vertically opposite angles are equal to each other. So it means that angle AOC is always equal to angle BOD and angle AOD is always equal to angle BOC. So this is the very important concept related to vertically opposite angles. Now we are going to discuss about the angle made by the transversal. Let's see. Now we discuss about the angle made by transversal. Now we are going to discuss the angle made by the transversal. Okay, students. Suppose for that topic, for that concept, if two parallel lines, suppose that two parallel lines L and M. Okay, suppose here there are two lines L and M. Okay, and if two parallel lines cuts by a third line, suppose that line cuts by a line T. Suppose that third line T. Suppose that there are two parallel lines L and M, and that line cuts by a third line T at two distinct points. Okay, then that line is said to be transversal. That line is said to be transversal. Okay, and there are so many types of so many questions for angle made by transversal, like that is we take angle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are so many types of angles made by the transversal, like alternate interior angle, vertically opposite alternate interior angle, consecutive interior angles, corresponding angles. Okay, so here the pair of 4 and 5, the pair and 4 and 5, these are the consecutive interior angles, and angle 4, angle 6, and angle 3, angle 5 are known as the pair of alternate interior angles. Now, and angle 1, angle 5, angle 2, angle 6, angle 4, angle 8, and angle 3, angle 7 are the pair of corresponding angle. Thus, dear student, in this way, today's class we discuss all the important concepts related to triangle and line and angles. Now, in next class, we take and revise some other chapter of your NCERT exercise. Thank you all.